H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hadd, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it is Monday, and it's gonna be a great Monday. Let me tell you right now, I need y'all to share this show. I'm gonna need y'all to get more and more, not for me, for them. Because I need y'all today. Boom, boom, room. I'm listening to y'all today. I'm gonna listen to y'all today. But let me start off with my let me get the business out of the way. Let me start off with my starting five: Gary Sinclair, Mindy Collins. Mindy, send your size in. I emailed you last night. Send your size so you can receive your gift. Derek Johnson, Little Rick, Chris Charles are my starting five. Jessica Brooks is my six lady today. And got a lot of people on the feed today. Let me tell y'all something. Do me a favor. What's up, Matt? Matt, I'm going to need you too. Who else? I need people from Dallas. So call your little friends in Dallas. It's just, let me tell you something. Let me start the show off like this. Let me start the show off. Let me start the show off. Yeah, I got something. I got something, and I don't. Okay, let's first of all, did y'all enjoy the Baylor coaches last Thursday? I just wanted to know. I really enjoyed them. I went back and looked at the show. I went back and looked at the show, and yeah, Walter Yates, I need y'all to share the show. No playing around today. I need you to share the show. But I need you, what's up, Robert Risen, Dr. Newsom, the Baylor. I wanted to mention y'all about the Baylor guys. Then Eddie George, he got the coaching job at Tennessee State. But it was kind of Bush League because they announced a new coach and another coach got another game to coach. So I didn't understand that one. But April the 9th, which over the weekend, it marks the birthday, y'all, of Paul Robeson. And the great forerunner, as he is called by the editors of Freedom Ways magazine. Y'all, Paul Robeson, man, was born in 1898. In Princeton, New Jersey, passed away in 1976 in Philadelphia. Lived with his sister the last 10 years. He was the Paul Robeson House. If you go to West Philly, it's still active and doing work now. C.L.R. James said, Paul Robeson is the most remarkable, marvelous human being he's ever known or seen. Paul Robeson himself says, I am a Negro in every drop of my blood and with every stir of my soul. I'm a Negro. A heart lies buried in memories of centuries of oppression. Paul Robeson, you got to look him up. You got to look him. I know he's in ancient time, but man, he said this. I remember he said, "In my music, in my plays, in my films, I want to carry. I want to carry always the central idea to be African." Sterling Stuckey expanded that in a chapter of his book called The Slave Culture. Just giving you some breadcrumbs because I want to study him a little bit more. 19, I mean, you just got to go, man. You got to go look up Paul Robeson, but I'm gonna talk about him a little bit more. But April 9th was, I wanted to share that with y'all because I think that was his, let me make sure, his birthday. And I just wanted to mark that. Yes. Yeah, it was the night, it was his birthday. And they had a big birthday celebration for him one time. Dizzy Gillespie, what's his name? Harry Belafonte, and all of those guys, they presided over his thing. So it's unbelievable. But what got to me this weekend, y'all? I had some other stuff for y'all, but I saw a tweet. Okay. And it said, it got to me. And I listen to me. I'm gonna ask questions today from y'all. Terry Moe, I need to get some more. This ain't enough people. Y'all need to share the show right now. Share the show right now. Okay? This got to be, because I'm not gonna keep repeating this. Okay? Yes. Yes, Paul, I'm glad you're there, Paul Miranda. I'm glad somebody said call Dallas. So I know if Paul Miranda hearing it, Dallas gonna hear it. I got a tweet. And I saw it. I didn't get a tweet. I saw this tweet. And this tweet said, shout out, excuse me, I'm sorry. So, the TB5 reports and the Texas Hoops Gasso got their events in Dallas both on steroids, may I add. This from Ken Gamble. Y'all can go read the truth. Why are we looking so damn foolish here in Houston? Get it together, fellas. This stuff is becoming ridiculous and embarrassing. And he added Marcus Sloan and Jim Hicks. He said, we are stronger together. I don't want to hear about no Kendrick Perkins right now. Okay? I don't want to hear about no Kendrick. Stay on task, Odyssey. I don't care about no Kendrick Perkins right now. I'm going to read this again. Yeah, rest in heaven, DMX. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to this. Shout out. This is a guy from Houston, Ken Gamble, a staple in this community, a staple in the summer basketball community. I don't care how many petty tweets you saw. This wasn't petty, Kim. This ain't petty. This one ain't petty. He said, so, TB5 reports. Shut up. Man. Okay. How do you turn Siri off?
You can turn me off in settings.
Shut up, Siri. Okay, she said I can turn off in settings. I don't like that. See, these people listening what the hell we be saying, y'all. I ain't touched Siri. But check me out. He said, so TB5 reports and Texas Hoops Gasso got their events in Dallas both on steroids. May I add, why are we looking so damn foolish here in Houston. Get it together, fellas. This stuff is becoming ridiculous and embarrassing. At RCS Sports and Big Sloan, we are stronger united. Okay? I saw that. Got to understand a lot of this stuff. You say you can't hear me? You got to be, well, I'm sorry if you can't hear me, baby. I'm sorry. I don't know. All my vitals up here working, so I think most people can hear me. Jess, you might need to straighten your device out. All right. Then I read a tweet. I was tweeting. What you call it? Tweet hustle. I was tweet watching this weekend. Nina Zavalis up in Dallas wrote a great tweet. She said, the media coverage in this city, Dallas, is unmatched. College coaches give them a follow. Then she gave a list. Go to Nina's. I'm not going to call all them names out. But it was a situation where she shouted out to their media members in her city. Great gesture. So, you know how I am. I called King Gamble. Talked to him briefly. Because I didn't understand. I didn't understand what's going on. Thank you, Lawrence. She tagged all of them. Great thing. She tagged all of them. Go to it. I can't call all them names because Twitter handles, I don't like calling them out. What the hell is going on, man? And I don't want y'all sitting here listening to me. I'm asking y'all the question. Parents, summer coaches, all of you people in Houston. What the hell is going on? Shout out to Dallas, by the way. What the hell is going on? I don't care, Clyde Jackson. That is not a damn solution. I don't want to hear all of that. That's bullshit, Clyde Jackson. The big question is why the media from Houston and Dallas this weekend. Because they want it to be. They can go into hell where they want to be. That ain't what I'm talking about right now. Let me read the tweet again. It's a young lady shouted out her media members in Dallas. Okay? Did you shout out your media members in Houston? I'll wait. Let me give me a drink. Explain to me, Houston. Explain to me. They got Drive Nation. They got about 2 more other programs. Leave Dallas and come and set up shop here in Houston. And got teams here in Houston. How many teams has left Houston, Kim Jackson, and went up to Dallas and set up shop? Listen, I'm not going to say, I want to hear your comments. Let me look at the Facebook feed. Let me look. Wasn't there a tournament in Houston where a group of people worked together? I ain't talking about that. But Trey Phillips, evidently you didn't hear Let me play it one more time. Maybe I should have posted it on the damn screen. Ken Gamble wrote, so Trey Phillips, so you can hear it. So I need somebody else. If you're coming in late to the party, somebody else explain it, because I can't keep going backwards. He says, so TV5 reports and Texas Gaso got their events in Dallas. Both are on steroids, I might add. Why are we looking so damn foolish here in Houston? Get it together, fellas. This stuff is becoming ridiculous and embarrassing. So people might have did an event together this weekend, but some people think it was still ridiculous and embarrassing. Because they telling me the people making you got to choose. Tell me why y'all got to choose. Hell no, Alfio, let me tell you something, Alfio. I've been preaching on this show for 5 years about uniting and stick together. Some people ain't gonna work together. I done told y'all the story. Martin Luther King was very unpopular when he was living. He only got popular when he died. All of us, everybody, your color is not your kind. All of us are not going to be able to work together. I've come to that conclusion. After 5 years of seeing these dudes saying, because you got some guy, man, forget him, and not understanding his business. I saw two guys who were mortal enemies in the grassroots sector. More enemies. I know both of them. But they came together and sit on the same bench for the betterment of the program. But we ain't got that might not happen here. So my thing is, what do y'all think? Y'all the paying customers. Y'all got the kids. Y'all got the, what do y'all think? Kim Jackson said, folks here in HR are doing great things, but separately. If you think that's great, then Kim, you need to move around. You need to travel more if you think it's great. Okay? Arthur Brown. One reason could be that DWV have access to better facilities. What about no facilities? We got great facilities. No. I'm not agreeing with that one, Arthur Brown. Hey, you remember the other day when we talked about Coach Tang? We said y'all got to ask him, y'all got to give some greater comments. Arthur Brown, ain't nobody thinking about no damn venues. We got plenty of venues. That ain't the damn problem. Let's go. D1 Hornets. It's hard when you have to choose between which two events to play in. Both are good event operations. They put the differences aside, Houston would be a mecca of events. But what if they don't want to work together? D1 Hornets. What if these two guys just don't want to work together? What you gonna do then? Because y'all got to realize, don't y'all know y'all got the power? You don't have to go to neither event. Y'all got the power. Keep going. I'm going to bring you in a minute, Jimmy. We must represent the great state very well. Okay. I asked that question. Ask the question. Please, how to catch me up to speed, how I was lost at what I can't catch you up to speed. I can't catch you up to speed. Somebody help Walter Yates. That's what happened when you're late at class. Let me get you in here, Jimmy. When you're late for class, that's what happened to you, Junebug. I did two things. I'm glad you're here, Jimmy. I did two things, Walter Yates. I gave two tweets. I gave a tweet from Ken Gamble, saying how great the events in Dallas was on steroids this weekend. I'm gonna fix you up, Jimmy. And he added, hold up, let me get back to you. Shout out to TB5 Reports. Is that, wait a minute, and somebody help me. TB5 Reports did an event, and Texas Gasso had to, so it was 2 events going on in Houston, in Dallas too. I don't know. Could you help me? Jimmy, do you know that? Who is TBS5 Reports? Who is that? Somebody help me. Was it 2 events going on in Dallas this weekend?
No. Well, it probably was, but those 2 didn't have events going on this weekend.
So TBS5 Reports didn't have an event. Okay.
No.
So, okay, but this is what the tweet said. This is what got my blood flowing. So TBS Reports and Texas Hoops Gasso got Dirk Vincent Dallas, both on steroids, I might add. Why do we look so damn foolish here in Houston? Get it together, fellas. It's becoming ridiculous and embarrassing. RCS Sports and Big Sloans, we are stronger together. Kenneth Gamble. Yeah, yeah. That's what happened. You added it. Then I saw Nina gave a great tweet. She said, the basketball media coverage in this city, Dallas, is unmatched. College coaches, please give them a follow. She named a lot of guys on this thing. Name a lot of them. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A lot of people, because I think one of them is a mom. One of them is a lady. So I looked at that, right? Then it was brought to my attention, y'all, that Robert, teams based in Dallas, can come to Houston and set up shop, and y'all flock to their ass, Houston. Talking about you, Houston. But teams in Houston ain't went up to Dallas and set up a shop to do nothing. Somebody explain that dynamic to me. And I want it to come from you consumers out here. You people who are paying your 10 to 20, whatever dollars y'all paying. Who in the hell is Kenny Gamble? Googling. Odyssey. Googling. One of the best trainers in this damn city. That's who he is. I'm going down. Some people in Dallas probably don't think they're riding enough for each other. I ain't sick, Daddy. Jimmy said something so key the other day. When we were talking to, we had the Baylor coaches, the world champions the national champions on the air. And you said, don't ask them, though. Don't have no elementary ass comments. Give us 8 advanced placements questions. Not some people in Dallas probably don't think they riding enough for each other. None of that bullshit. I don't want to hear that shit today. I don't want to hear that. I'm trying to sit here and say, why is it that people can come, Drive Nation, I think Texas, I don't know the name of these teams. They was just telling me some teams that just come down here and just set up shop. Listen, y'all. What is wrong with the basketball community? Y'all want to blame it on the guys who giving the events? I'm blaming y'all. Joshua Thomas, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm going to go past your question. I'm just trying to figure out why. And I'm explaining to me. I want a parent to ask me. I want a parent that plays for one of these teams that left Dallas and came to Houston. What was so good about that team that came from Dallas that you couldn't find a team here in Houston? RL9 wasn't good enough for you. TJ Ford wasn't good enough for you. I guess Jermaine O'Neal's good for you. I don't know. I'm just trying to. I'm asking questions, y'all, today. I'm asking questions. We should have stayed in Houston because somebody, Jabari O'Neal event was. I don't even know who. I don't know. Tiffany, I don't understand that one. Tiffany, you got to realize. All I'm doing, I'm gonna be that center. Long time ago, the old washing machines, they used to have that little agitator in it to get stuff clean. I'm just trying. I'm gonna be the agitator today. I just want to know why. You know, I saw that in Nina. Somebody please tell her eloquent tweet. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, man. Because when these people call me and put me, then I'm in it. You know, then I'm in it. You know, a lot of y'all are on this show every day are in the basketball community. I'm just trying to figure out, Jimmy, I guess now, because that question was directed at you and Sloan, said, why are we looking so damn foolish here in Houston? And it didn't just come from him. I heard this from a million people. I didn't go to no event, so I can't tell you what event did what. I'm just going by from information that people sending me. He said, what he said? He said, we're looking damn foolish here in Houston. Get it together, fellas. This stuff is ridiculous and embarrassing. What can we do, ladies and gentlemen? That tweet is not irrelevant. I disagree with you like always. Tweet is not irrelevant, Angie Holcomb. Tweet is very relevant. Because the tweet is to find out who got the power. They don't have to work together. He just said, get it together. It's becoming ridiculous. And all of y'all who be talking about these guys behind your back, yes, I hear it. Yes. Talk about Jimmy behind it. All you guys talk about Sloan. Robert, they making us have to choose. Say it on this feed. Because y'all got the power not to go to any event. They ain't begged y'all to come to neither one of them a damn events. Grow your questions up. Grow your comments up. I'm just trying to figure out what is the problem. I live in Houston. Why can somebody come up here? It's so easy to come. You ain't coming to Memphis and set up no damn AAU team. I don't care who your ass is. I'm just trying to figure out. Keith Fobbs said, Hatter, because kids like who? Like Cam and Austin is not good enough for Houston team. That's the problem. Them kids, I don't even know who you're talking. See, Keith Fobbs, when you talk to me, I don't know these damn kids. You got to give me the whole damn name. That's Jimmy. That's Jimmy. I'm just trying to figure out, hey, parents, especially you parents who've been talking to me. I'm just trying to figure out, Robert, we got to choose. Jimmy, Oh, okay. See, I don't even know what team they play on. I mean, maybe that's some on the feed that I missed out on that note, Keith Fobb. I'm sorry. I missed out on that note. Matt, I don't understand. I don't know the teams that they played on. And let me tell you something. And I know people want to hear from Jimmy, but Jimmy is part of this thing. I want to hear from y'all. Quit looking at King Jimmy. Quit looking at King Sloan. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Oh, I got a question for y'all. Are they making y'all choose? Are they making y'all choose? Are these guys making it so bad that people say, I don't want to deal with Houston. I'm gonna go to Dallas. I'm gonna go to Louisiana. I'm asking questions. I don't care if y'all get mad at me, because y'all ain't got a heaven or hell to put me in. Remember that. A heaven or hell to put me in. So I'm just trying to figure out why I get these phone calls. And simple question. Jimmy, what do you think, Jimmy?
About which part?
The note that was directed straight toward you. Added you in it. Said, man, let me repeat it.
Well, I think I responded to it.
Oh, well, I didn't see the response. I didn't see the response.
It might have been the first response of it. So if you put it up on Twitter, the
Okay.
first response was I responded to it.
Okay, so now let's share it. Let's share it on the show.
Pull it up and read my response to that. Then I can define my response rather than being and going backwards with this whole conversation. Because now I would hope that a lot of people is truly seeking understanding to something. First and foremost, in order to, it's like anything, to understand something, then you have to know the history of what's going on.
Okay.
And I think, and I say it all the time, far too many people, either you're ignorant of the facts. The opinions are one thing, but the facts is another thing. And how this whole thing spun and morphed out of control. And so the thing is, and I say it all the time. Bottom line, as you asked the question, and we making you have to pick and choose. Guess what?
That what they said. That what they told me.
I put it like this: there's not a time when I've done an event, whereas I have to go and put an event against somebody else.
Say that again, Jimmy. Say it again.
My events.
Uh-huh.
I didn't go out of my way to place my events on the same weekend as somebody else.
Okay.
So my treat, so therefore that meant that I wasn't competing. Once again, I didn't put my events on the same weekend as another person. So if somebody go out of their way to put an event on the same weekend as another person, that means they are the one that's initiating and making you have to choose. So you're saying why y'all putting us in the situation where we have to choose? If I have something going on, that's the only choice there is to go or not to go. If somebody else comes on that same day and has a party on that same day, now that means they're giving you the choice either to go or not to go, or to go to one and go to the other. So why not? I mean, that's the way I come from, the cloth that I was cut from. You would go and ask that second person, why are they? Then that person give you an answer. Then if that answer is believable to you and is supportive of you, then keep on supporting. You got choices. You have consequences.
Let me read.
The thing is, a lot of people, Adam, as the days progress, a lot of people have come and they're realizing that there's just might be a chance that the Wizard of Oz, I said it before, is really Richard Pryor. The Wizard of Oz can't give me no courage. The Wizard of Oz can't give me no heart. The Wizard of Oz can't lead my ass back to what's the name of the town in the lead Dorothy down the yellow brick road.
But okay.
To Oz.
Okay.
Well, and that's why I think I feel it and I hear it. Now, one of the things, and I keep telling you guys, guess what? You know, some people are lying. You say, oh man, it's just a white lie. It's reminding me, some people are reminding me of when we watched those followers of the previous president. We watched them. We watched him tell lies. And we watched the supporters sit there and try to act like them lies. Well, he's just playing. Y'all, he's a good, he didn't mean that. He's not this. And you know it. That's what's going on. So then them followers get to a point when you're getting led to a point where you believe so much.
What did you think? What are they believing? What? I don't understand. What are they believing? Maybe
for example,
yes.
when you're going out of your way to advertise teams that will be in your event, and you know they aren't playing in your event, that's an unsolicited fabrication. That means I didn't ask you for this lie. Unsolicited, Al.
So that's evidently, like Jimmy, you said this is like blue magic. Maybe these people just like to be lied to. Somebody told me she just like to be lied to. Some people like to be lied to, Jimmy. You just said, man, this is like crack to these people. These people gonna come and do this. They don't care if it's a baboon running an event. Jimmy, people gonna come and support these events. Because from what you saying, people are having inferior events. But I'm talking about Ken Gamble saying, so you saying when Kim Gamble said, it shouldn't have been addressed to you. That's what you're saying. Somebody sending me some tweets. That ain't what the tweet I'm talking about. I'm talking about my tweet. I guess he tweeted some more. So, Jimmy, let me give you you said, let me refresh your memory. You talked about the icebreaker, heavily populated, non-sponsored youth event. No event has dared to provide. That ain't what I'm talking about. He said, you right, RCS Sports, but that don't mean y'all can't sit down. Why y'all want them to sit down? Hey, let me tell you something. I talked to a relationship coach. I talked to a psychiatrist. I talked to a psychologist over the weekend. Some people just are not, and I done told y'all this a million damn times. I said Martin Luther King and Malcolm X didn't see eye on things. Martin Luther King was very unpopular when he was here. Now he's so beloved. Y'all got some people that y'all know that y'all won't even mess with. So how in the hell y'all expect for those guys to get together? Why these guys got to get together? No, I'm not with it. So I guess the tweets, Jimmy, I didn't realize the tweets went on and on and on. I didn't realize. And then guess who is back? I got more for y'all's ass. Y'all better share this show. The Lion Ass Scout is back. And he put the Lion Ass Scout is back. The guy who got the moniker under his and I saved him for y'all. Y'all know I'm a sham. Y'all got to understand. I want to let y'all know how ridiculous this stuff sounds. I saw a lady in Dallas just tweet and talked about the media coverage in her city. I'm sorry, I haven't seen that tweet from the guys in Houston. I haven't seen that tweet from somebody on this feed. I haven't seen that tweet. So I'm not just gonna put it, Jimmy, on you and Sloan and all the people. I blame the general public too. Because they got the power. People can sit down. Dave, sit down. Listen, do y'all understand? Jimmy, let me take this. These guys have sit down and done events together. Jimmy Hicks and Marcus Sloan, okay? Jimmy, you don't have to, let me talk. Let me. Have done events together. I sit next to Sloan at Jimmy's events. Sloan had a pass to get into Jimmy events that none of y'all have gotten. He had free access to Jimmy's guests. Free access. And I'm just trying to figure this thing out. When somebody put me in positions like that, what did the person do? I'm trying to find out what would make me stop and say, I don't mess with that dude no more. Maybe, I mean, and that's between you two guys. But it ain't like these guys don't know each other. These guys have done events together before. And I'm not taking no side. So all you Sloaners who are calling, I'm just giving it to you how I saw it. Christmas crossover. That was a partnership. Who we bring? Those two guys were responsible for bringing one of the best NBA players, young NBA players, Anthony Edwards, to City. They've tried to work together. Guess what? Maybe that just don't happen. Might not happen. But I'm talking about why we got to give inferior events in this city. I think that's what I live here. So of course, I pay taxes here. And I'm just trying to find out Clinton and Seneca. And I know this just one, because they weren't saying this a couple weeks ago when Jimmy had 300-something team. This wasn't being said then. Okay? This tweet didn't come out then. This tweet wait out to, and you mentioned Jimmy Hicks on this show. This is not going to be a great big event. They got some stuff going on in Dallas. You said it on the fucking show. I couldn't believe you said it. That a lot of teams are going to. But it's going to be a rail ran event. It's going to be this. 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 So, my question to King Gamble is, why we were looking foolish? Where did the foolish part come in? Hold on. It's ridiculous, embarrassing. I'm just trying to find out what happened. I'm asking questions, y'all, because this is the only way we're going to get this stuff out the way, because y'all be saying, hold up, all of y'all who running y'all mouth and trying to be all noble now, y'all talking about this stuff behind their backs. I know you are, because your friends telling me y'all are. I'm just trying. What happened? He said it's not about working together. It's about being professional towards each other because, we're beefing in public. Okay. People beef in public. If If you say something about me in public, I mean, it'd be hard for me to go around the corner and try to whisper to you. If you talking about me on the front page, don't expect me to go to the back page with a rebuttal. I don't even know where it started. I'm just trying, I know, and I wish some young men, the parents, and what about them parents? I want to hear from them young. I want to carve out a segment one day for 15 minutes. I want to talk to the kids. Is it affecting the kids? Did kids get to play basketball this weekend, Jimmy? I want to ask a question. Did kids, because somebody talk about, well, the gym is this. Maybe I grew up different. Long as I got a basketball and a gym and somebody to play against, guess what? I'm going at the head. Jimmy, did kids play basketball in both tournaments this weekend? Did it? I guess they played it, basketball. What is the problem? Just because they don't have the marquee names that the guys in Dallas got two of the baddest dudes in the country up there. But it still was some basketball played in this city this weekend. So if you feel that, so you say, I think Gamble, anybody, I want you to put your comment. Was it an inferior event? What was wrong with the events this minute? Because you know I don't go to none of them. What was wrong, Jimmy? What was wrong with the event? You don't know, Jimmy, because you was given an event. What was wrong with the events this weekend? Whoever went, say it. Come under an alias name. If you're scared of retribution from Sloan or Jimmy, come under your cousin's name. I just want to find out. Clinton Prayer said, we appreciate both guys for giving the kids a platform. I don't think everybody do. Clinton. Thank you, Clinton. Clinton, why haven't you tweeted that? Why didn't somebody talk? Jimmy, did you have media coverage? Jimmy, you had Doug Jones and Jeffrey Day, the guys that keep us more informed about this city than any other person on RCS platform. They were at your events, right? Okay. I didn't see nobody tweet. And I'm talking about y'all people out here I guess we don't have a Nina here in Houston. It can come from one of the parents that had a great experience and said, thank you, Doug Jones. Thank you, Jeffrey Day. Hold up. Let me show you how she wrote it, y'all. So maybe if you don't understand, and all she said was, hold up, check this out. The media coverage in this city is unmatched. College coaches give these guys a follow. So listen, Nina Zavalos put on her Twitter page, coaches follow these young men and women, and listed them. Have anybody in Houston did that? See, we can talk about these guys all we want to, Jimmy. I know we got to go to a break, but I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. That we just two guys give an event this weekend, and I got more to talk about on this one. I know we got a guest coming up, Jim. Jimmy, I'll let you wrap this up because I know we got a guest coming in at 1:00. But I'm going to talk about this in the next coming weeks. I don't care. I just want to talk about this. Because I need y'all to start appreciating the Jeffrey Days and the Doug Jones and the Robert Carrolls and the Extra Eyes Media. I want y'all to start appreciating these guys also. Thank you, Nina. All Nina did is open up. Oh, she opened up my eyes. I didn't know this kind of stuff goes on, but I know these guys. Doug don't live in Houston. That man go back and forth down the road. Some of y'all give him his props, but they human too. So, Jimmy, Jimmy, I just want to. I don't like nobody when they talk about Houston. I'm sorry. I like Dallas, but I love Houston. And when you talk about Houston, you're talking about me. This is where I live. My son played. And it's very same stuff y'all doing. My son played in this. I'm not a guy sitting up on no law. My son played in this. We didn't have the advantage of having Twitter and all that when he played. Joe Baldridge, shout out to him. Every time, let me show y'all something. And y'all tell this little dude, it's the kind of stuff I like. Joe Baldridge sent me a message. I didn't go to no game. He said, Demi Arulia, 6'7", Kingwood High School, 3.5 GPA, on a 4-point scale. Tech versus Texas takeover. He showed me a video of this guy. Then he sent me some videos of it. He sent me some performers of when they were in the Gasso tip-off event. Leslie Newsom and Angel Johnson and Mason Cobb. Input equal output, y'all. And y'all got to realize I don't have nothing against nobody. I'm just sitting here as a dad that had a son in this. And I'm just trying to figure out how to make it better for the parent. I was a parent, Nisa. So I'm really talking from a parent's point of view. So, Jimmy, what you got?
Well, we go to a quick break and remember your initial question was twofold, two different whole topics.
Yeah.
And I hopefully I provided understanding on the other one, on the first topic, and that was about the making you people have to choose.
Yeah.
Once again, I reiterate. If a person is different, if we both were putting events on the other's weekends, that is not the case. Matter of fact, I'll wait for you to go and find the date that I put on an event that was already going head to head with a date that other person was already hosting. I'll challenge you to find the event that I have already given in the past that was put on and produced after the other person had an event already on the docket. I challenge you to find me have done that just any one time.
But Jimmy, you don't do that. But everybody, see, Jimmy,
that's what I'm saying. So that means you're saying y'all making people have to choose. So that means I'm not making you have to choose.
I got you. I like that. I got you.
And then a person is putting an event on and saying, I'm going to put an event on, basically, I'm paraphrasing, every time he does something, and he's going to run him out of business.
Okay.
So that means the intent is malicious.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure where some of you people from. So if somebody sets out to verbally produce a malicious with an act with malicious intent, whether it be physically or spiritually, then why the hell are you subscribing to the theory of kumbaya in this?
Jimmy, if it's not a good look, Jimmy, hold up. Even if like Kent talking about the college coaches are asking about this stuff, we can downplay it all y'all want to, but it's not a good look. Not saying if it's right or wrong, but it's not a good look. What do you think about that? I'm sorry.
Once again,
Okay.
what I just said
Mm-hmm.
is a once again, I challenged anybody to find the date that I put on that went to occupy
Somebody.
space on a calendar where he had already been in existence in the past. Not to say it won't happen in the future. I say in the past.
Okay.
Meaning from yesterday on back. Find that date for me.
Yeah.
You see?
But
now,
Jimmy, I mean,
so now, secondly,
okay.
here's where the thing come in at.
Okay.
The second part. The second part is really the most important part to me because as you guys can already see, my whole tone and changed on the other thing because guess what? I told you guys last week. This was a proof. This is a teachable moment today. That person don't occupy that type of real estate in my mind no more. He used to, no more. So it's like I help validate him.
So in other words, you taught him what he know, but you ain't taught him all.
I'm motivated.
No, this is just me. This is me saying you taught him what he know, but you ain't taught him all you know.
Gave him the car, but not the key. Now, but to the other stuff that's more important to me.
Okay, come on.
Is the events comment when the initial thing, that's the part that's important. Because now you put a tweet out. We talking about Kenneth Gamble now. Okay. You put the tweet out that led many people to believe that, and you added me, that my events are below par. And that, I don't believe that's true at all. So that means that's another perpetuated lie.
Okay.
You're trying to bundle me with with people that you know that don't do above par events. And then together it looks like the smear from the two paintbrushes. Oh man, that's a mess y'all got going to events. No. Howard, let me explain something to you. And let me teach a lot of you guys, give you guys some history. And after I give you history, then I'm going to shrink it down to some Black history in this grassroots basketball sector. I've been doing this 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years. In doing so, the relationships, this is a relationship business. The world is a relationship business. So relationships that come from 20 years of doing this. Before I even started doing this, Hatter, there's only been 4 or 5 people in the history of Texas that has produced a youth boys basketball tournament that has attracted over 300 teams. I say this again, in the history of youth basketball in the state, there's only been 4 or 5. I name 4 of them and leave a blank chair for you guys. You might want to nominate and show factuals for that 5th one. Hal Pashner with the Kingwood Classic back in the day. It accumulated over 300. I'm talking about on Texas soil.
Okay.
Mike Kunstadt and his Texas hoop staff, they had the Great American Shootout in July, which accumulated over 500 teams, right? In the past couple of years.
Okay.
Rick Nelson, believe it or not, remember the Pearland Classic used to be the hottest thing.
Oh my God, yes.
After the Kingwood Classic went down. Right after Rick Nelson, give him his props. He attracted over 300 teams at the Kingwood Classic.
Yes, I agree.
That thing was lit.
Yes, sir.
Every doggone school, high school and middle school in Pearland,
Pearland was
ISD, Manville, and all the middle schools surrounding that. Then he had to go and get every doggone middle school and on one high school in Channelview ISD to go with all of that. Not to mention Dobie High and all that stuff at the same time. The fourth one, it happened last month. And that was the spring icebreaker with RCS Sports.
Mm-hmm.
In the history, guys, so it's rare air. Once you get there, then you saying that the
now you got to go some more. You remember I told you that's just your potential. You got some potential to do more. You got to do more. You got to do more. But keep going.
And guess what? We're going to strive to do greater next year.
Yeah,
we're not stopping there. You know, it's like who told us about the book? Jerome Tang gave us the book the other day that he gave his team. What's the black producer wrote the book from Atlanta that has a studio, had the largest studio in the country.
Oh, Tyler Perry's book.
Tyler Perry new book.
Yeah.
Hire what it's called, hire you or something like that. That means you got more to do. But my thing is this. The icebreaker took place. It was grand. And you're making it seem like, and some people have cast a doubt as though it wasn't, like it didn't exist. Guys.
Jimmy,
come on
some
now.
people in here, Jimmy, you in front of the thing, but we got people out in the pulpit didn't hear it. You just gave great context. And so we can't have five with some. You got to do a signature event. He's talking about a signature event that's nationally known, Kerry Banks. Come on, man.
Guys, if 300 teams was that easy.
Jimmy, you ain't gonna win with some people. I shouldn't even admit you ain't gonna win with some people. But keep going.
I mean, and it ain't just 300 teams. Mm-hmm. We're talking about the event, the quality of the event. That was the context of the initial tweet. You made it sound like you bundled me with another person. So made it sound like our events ain't well. I don't know what that guy doing in his events over there.
Yeah.
But I do know what's happening when the RCS Sports has fingerprints on an event. I'm going to go be above and beyond the Call of Duty to make sure that event is going to be appreciated, or to make sure it's going to be well ran in a safe environment, and facilities is going to be on point as well. I'm going to make sure you. And so my thing is, I just took heart to that. That's all, Ken.
And you should.
And guess what? Sometimes you can lift the words off the paper in a different context from which they were put down. That may have been the case, but in this situation, you bundled it down at a time where people were in Dallas squabbling in the gym, and you're talking about how great the event is, while they're brawling, and you're telling us how great the event is. Security goes into a great event from an event operator.
Hold up, Jim.
An abundance of security goes into you giving a great event. But then guess what? Some people, ice is just going to always be cold. And guess what? I know squabbles have been a part of every event. Every event that took place, every other event that took place had at least one squabble. But that doesn't make it not great.
No.
I'm just letting you know that security, that means a safe environment goes into it.
Jim.
Not to say, just once again, remember that.
I wish we didn't have a guest, because I could go, oh my God. But
so let's go to quick break, man. We come right back. You guys can share the show, and we'll come right back and understand. Speaking of grassroots, we got a grassroots coach.
Yeah.
That played in that event in Dallas this past weekend.
Oh.
He's going to join us.
Okay.
And you asked for a different perspective, Hatter, from a neutral party. Well, we're going to get that, and also we're going to acknowledge a team of kids, or maybe a couple of teams that went and kicked a little ass this past week.
Gotcha.
But you guys, meanwhile, we're going to ask you to share the show to your timelines, to your friends. Give us a thumbs up if you're on YouTube right now. And guess what? This is a perfect time. Just everybody just recharge and deactivate your Venom.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I mean, you can tell I'm in a different space right now.
Yeah, I'm more mad than you right now.
I'm in the 300 club, baby. I'm in the 300 club.
Okay,
Hold tight.
I'm
We'll
gonna
be right
call
back.
you. Hey, Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute.
Hey there, everyone. Tammy Allen here, your relationship coach. Tell me, do you and your partner feel like you're struggling to communicate and have begun living like roommates? No need to worry. I teach you new, healthy communication skills to improve your relationship. I provide coaching via teleconferencing from the convenience of any location, including your own home. Call me today to schedule your first appointment at 713-597-4499. Or you can find more information at my website, www.allencounselinggroup.com. I look forward to working with you. Hey there, everyone. Tammy Allen here, your relationship coach. Tell me, do you and your partner feel
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Jimmy, we got a special guest coming on. Jimmy, let me tell you something, y'all. I told y'all this topic, I know y'all might be talking, but Jimmy, this topic need to be talked about. And I'm glad I didn't. I was apprehensive about bringing it up, but I said, man, I ain't scared of no. I ain't scared of nobody. Well, I mean, I just want man to get understanding about this. I just want the general public, y'all. Let's since you got a choice, let's choose wisely. But Jimmy, I'm gonna let you introduce the guest because you just he just texted me this morning and said, man, I'm on the show. And guess what? I knew you'd talk to him. Y'all gotta understand, Jimmy ain't called and told me nothing. He just he had my man call him. So Jimmy, give him let's bring him on. Let's bring him on. He in the green room putting his makeup on and doing something to his little his dreadlocks right now. So Jimmy, bring him on, Doc.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got, of course, this past weekend. I want to remind you guys, up in Dallas, they had the On the State tournament, and that particular event was an effort produced by Mike Kunstad and his Great American Sports team, whereas they went old school and basically had an out the gate bracket, to go to the left and go to the right, You know what I'm saying?
I
How
like them.
that
Yeah.
means, and they basically limited it to 32 teams in the top divisions and a certain amount of teams in each division. Plus, they had their conventional tournament that went alongside it.
Oh.
So this was an effort to, I guess, to help produce, to give an opportunity to a lot of the teams from various platforms, various sneaker platforms, to play against each other for one of the very few times as a result of the pandemic, because normally these teams would have had their own circuits to as obligations. Well, this past weekend, of course, shout out to Southern Assault with Von Zell and his team. They beat Drive Nation in the championships of the top division bracket.
So Von Zell won. Keontae George was doing some damage. I think he had 41 in that championship.
I didn't see it. Of course, I didn't see any of the action.
I saw the 41
at the Kingwood Live, and to talk about the Kingwood Live, guys. Trust me, you get all your recaps and a lot more from the Kingwood Live. First, that is in the VIP news on RCS Sports. It is totally updated right now. We have some more stuff on the front of the website on RCS Sports from Jeffrey Day as well later on today, if it's not there already right now. Meanwhile, right, we're talking about the state.
Okay.
That DFW played DFW in the championship of the top division, right? In what would be known as a 16 and under division bracket, the two Houston teams met up in the championship.
Whoa. So our guys got in the car, young guys, got on 45, went up there and whooped everybody else and played each other. I didn't get no tweet on that one, but keep going.
So that's in the 16s, and the Houston Hoops beat the JL3. The Houston Hoops, that's that 16 under team.
Talked about last week, couple weeks ago.
I talked about them in great form last week. They've been rolling and romping all the way since the beginning of this.
Is Wesley Yates on that team? Is Wesley Yates on that team?
Yes.
That's okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And Wesley Yates and Orlando Harden and the whole, that's not.
Yeah, you told me they got some good. Yeah.
Now that team beat JL3 in the championship of the 16s.
Oh.
JL3, remember that team also has Jalen Lowe on the Houston Hoops team. Jalen Lowe came from the JL3 program prior to this spring. So that was a sweet win for a young Jalen Lowe, being at all, knowing that everything was at stake. You went this program, he probably wanted them more than anything.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Now speaking of course, now that is a great win.
Yeah. For
that team, because it solidified. Remember, that was an attempt to do something similar last year, Hal.
Okay.
Remember they was talking and everybody, and Clyde had the team and it was DOYA.
Yeah.
And then they had the JL3 team.
Yeah.
And then you had the Southern Assault and you had the Drive Nation. Remember, they all got together and played a year ago.
Okay.
And they beat up on each other.
Oh, okay.
So nobody came out of the pool without a loss. Okay. Nobody. So so that meant it was kind of one of those things where, okay, you did your, I got mine, you got yours, but nobody left with the true vindication of owning the state. Well, this year it happened. And mind you, the Houston Hoops 16U is the favorite.
Okay.
For JL3, that's the team. Remember, we had Darryl Hawkins, who owe us a batch of crawfish on the bet he lost. He's one of the coaches on that 16 under team. They just got together. And so guess what? For them to make it to the championship as a consolation,
okay,
that's a great representation.
Okay. For
that team to make it there. So it goes to show the Houston Hoops, Clyde Jackson and his boys, guess what? Job well done.
Okay.
JL3, you have nothing to hold your head down because you just got shot by Jesse James. That's a good ass bullet. I'm just telling you.
Right.
So I mean, so
Hey,
you know why?
Jim,
Everybody got
Jim,
beat
our
by
guest
this
gonna
team.
be fell asleep now, because don't
Oh,
forget you got to get.
No. Now I'm getting into the 15. I'm gonna get 16 out the way. Because the 15U from the Houston Hoops also made it to the championship, and they also played JL3 in the championship.
Wait a minute,
the 15
in both divisions.
Yes,
The Houston teams came and swept them young divisions, 15 and 16.
Yes.
Okay, keep talking.
So
Palmer
the Houston Hoops,
Miranda didn't tell me that, but keep going.
So understand. So the bragging rights, DFW owns the state in the 17U. We give you that. That is, ain't no giving it to you. You earned that.
You earned that
all day. Matter of fact, it was all DFW Final Four.
Now I don't feel so bad. Okay.
So, but the underclassmen, the 16U and the 15U, the sun is going to be shining very brightly. H-Town, the pendulum is shifting. Remember I told you it's peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
DFW. So guess what? You can see it turning. H-Town owns the state, 15U and 16U. So that's class of 2023, class of 2024. H-Town, and guess what, Hatter? I'm gonna go one even farther.
What?
And I'll put my right pocket behind this one.
Okay.
The JL3 14U with Delilah team that won the icebreaker, that also won the John Lucas tournament. Now Southern Assault, I watched that. They got a good batch of kids. They good. But that JL3 with Delilah team, I put that. Think about it. We're running the state right now. That team is running the state. They didn't. Your mouth.
Come on. Keep on.
Who out there has a 14U? It got to be worth my while that they feel that their pocketbook could beat this team with Delilah in the state of Texas. I'm not saying they're the best in the country. I'm just talking about in the state of Texas. And we can go and we can set that thing up. But anyway, let's get back to the 15.
You see what Marissa said to you, Jim? She said your money probably in your left pocket. Marissa couldn't help. But
anyway, we want to give props to Houston Hoops 15U.
Okay.
Right, Catter? Remember, I'm going to refresh your memory. Some of the star players on that team is those young men from Silsby High School. Remember those guys that put you remember Jared Harris and Draylon Miller and those guys, and then the other little kid that had another third. Those kids anchor that 15U team. They're coached, understand, by Damian King.
Okay.
We have the coach of Damian King is with us right now in the chop shop.
Wait a minute, let me get old Damon in there. Let me say, hold up, Dame. Hold up, baby. Let me give you something right quick. Good for you. What's up?
So we want to give Damian King a chance to go and treat everybody, let him know he's on, all his family, everything's putting his makeup on and getting potted up.
Yeah, y'all got me in the green room like I'm on the Tonight Show, man.
I'll send you all show.
We want to congratulate you on the victory yesterday. You beat JL3 in the championship. Your game was a little bit closer of a finish, from what I understand, in the 16U. And tell us about that score, about that final, and you know also that's a team that Christian Begg's son play on. He's
that's my boy. Yeah. Okay. I gotta cheer for them then.
Of course, so he's a assistant coach. Tell us about that. Take us through the weekend and with the Houston Hoops 15U.
Yeah. So first thing first, we played in the NBA division, which originally we thought there was a 15U NBA division, which is in the gas hose is the top division. But we played in, I guess, the lowest NBA division that they had. So us and JL3, I think, were the only 15U teams in there, which is definitely big ups to them. We're the only 15U teams in that in that bracket. You know, we played Beast Up 16U. We played a Drive Nation 2023 team out of the San Antonio area as well. And we also, I can't remember, we played another group. We ended up playing 4 games, and so we played JL3 in the championship game, and that was our most competitive game for the most part. Those guys play hard. That's a pretty good group as well. And so, our score was close, and it was a good game because we needed it, because for the past 3 events we played, we've kind of been running the table on 15U guys. So, it was good for us to get some really competitive games this weekend.
And so that championship game, I mean, had you ever played the JL3 15U team or that 2024 team before?
No. So, all right. So this is my first year with the Hoops. I know, but in the past I have been coaching with Basketball University for many years. For many years. So this is my first year. Last year I kind of helped a little bit with Beg when they were 14U. I kind of helped them with practice. And before the pandemic, we had one event that we had, so I was with them. I never had this been on the dark side, as many people have been saying, and telling me. But I mean, it was exactly what I like. It's kind of basketball I grew up on, man. Super competitive. It was a physical game. Like always in summer basketball, the officiating was very questionable. But it was what you would expect from 2 top Houston teams.
And so now the Houston Hoops, some of the players that showed up and showed out this past weekend for your program. Let's give a shot to some of them. Who were the stars of the weekend? Now I understand this. Here's the thing. I'm gonna first of all, let's name all the players on the team. That way, no parent won't look at you sideways when they come to practice.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Let's name the whole team.
Yeah, no. So I have, man. I've been fortunate to really coach really good groups throughout the years, but this is one of the most talented groups that I've had. We have a bunch of varsity freshmen that are on this team, which is, that's usually unheard of for the most part. I know you talked before. We have 2 kids from Silsbee. We have Jared Harris, and we have Draylon Miller. Draylon is out right now. He broke his wrist in that playoff game, so we have him. We have Divine Ugo, who is really good. He is really good. We have Aaron Valentine. He goes to Bush High School. He's one of the only guys on this team who wasn't a varsity guy. And honestly, if they didn't have that front line that they had and those older guys, I'm sure he would have been on varsity. We have Nephi Taylor. We have Cortland Thomas, he's a talented kid who, once everything gets together, he can be really, really good. He goes to Legacy. He goes to Legacy High School. We have Anthony Bates Jr. He goes to Seven Lakes out in Katy. I think he was a first team all-district guy, newcomer of the year. He's out in Katy. And we also have another kid from that same district who were really 2 of the best freshmen in that district. We have Luke Cochran. In my opinion, he's the best shooter in that class. That kid can really shoot the basketball.
What school again? Damon, what school?
He goes to Tompkins. He goes to Tompkins High School.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we have Justin Begg. We have Christian Begg's son. Little Justin, he goes to Episcopal High School. Man, he's putting it all together.
That's my man.
It's not middle school, it's high school, but he had a really good weekend, man. He had a big game. He had 12 points and a half against the 17U team. And he without his efforts, we lose that game. So he definitely putting it all together.
So if that was an MVP from this past weekend, if you had to crown one from your team, who would be that one player? I mean, parents know what they saw. I mean, it's
just this weekend. Yeah.
I mean, just to be honest, I know it sounds cliche and it sounds political, but I really, and we do feel like we have the best group of guards in the country, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can put 4 guards on that floor that can really get to it. But I know how you are, Hicks. I know you want you want a straightforward answer. You want an MVP.
So hold up, Damon. So you got that Baylor type team. The best guards in the country.
Don't do that.
No.
If that means we got the best guards in the country, then
Baylor got the best guards in the country. You got the best guards in the state, right?
I definitely say that in
Okay.
2024
Say it with your
we had
chest
the best
now.
guards in the state on that team, man. I would definitely say that. But just the most consistent guy over this weekend was definitely Divine Ugo. That kid is really good, man.
Which one?
Who?
Divine Ugo. He goes to Clemens High School.
Oh,
Divine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Divine Ugo. He told us to say Ugo because he don't want us messing up his last name, but it's Divine Ugo. He goes to Clemens High School, and he's a dude is really good, man. He's really good.
I'm writing him down. I'm writing Divine name right down.
Yeah, put a star.
What did Divine do
star.
well? What did he do well this past weekend?
Just so he's just playing with a different motor than he played during the high school season. Defensively, he's poking dudes at half court. He's guarding the ball 94 feet. He finishes at the rim so well with both hands. And he'll catch you slipping in it. He'll put one on your head. So he shot it well. He had a couple of games where he made a few threes. He shot it really well. But he's just tough. We try to put him in empty side stuff and put him in some couple ISO situations, and he just get to it, man. He's really good. But at the same time, let me also say Anthony Bates Jr. from Seven Lakes. If it was an MVP, he was definitely a co-MVP, along with Luke Cochran. Like them guys had games. 20-point games, and it was never one guy who was just scoring 20 every game. So that's why I say we had the best group of guards in the country on that team.
I got you.
Because at any given day, any one of those dudes can give you 20 points,
And they tall.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who? Ken Gamble said one of them might end up being 6'5". Is he talking about Divine?
Man, ain't no telling, man. All them dudes got big feet and big hands, man. So it ain't really no telling who gonna be the tallest and how tall they gonna be, man. Them guys are them guys have a lot of potential.
Now, of course, here's the thing. You guys played in the spring icebreaker last month. And so you went, of course, to Dallas this weekend, and you have to go. You're scheduled to go back to Dallas again, right?
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah,
this weekend coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
the May Hoops event.
The question is, because we talked about the spring. I'm gonna say the spring icebreaker because that's the signature event of RCS Sport. Yeah. What is your thoughts on the way that the spring icebreaker and where it was ran? Because that way, we want to make sure that if something is missing, give us some constructive criticism.
Hey, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't pay close enough attention, man. I really would have liked to get that rack that you was giving out for that bracket championship, man. We would have definitely competed in that in that bracket style, man. If I would have paid closer attention to real good in my direct deposit, but I mean the icebreaker is an icebreaker, man. It's it's the marquee preseason event that you kind of look forward to. It's the one that guys prepare for. It's that thing that over spring break you do your little training camp. You go practice every day and get ready for the icebreaker. Right. It was really good. I was a little nervous going in because I didn't really know what we had. And I know with young guys, I don't really trust young guys too much. You don't know what you're gonna get with them, but we did a good job, man. The schedule was as competitive as it could be. With that, but it was definitely what you look forward to see what you have and see what you're missing and see the kind of things you need to work on.
So what event is that again in Dallas next weekend?
It's a Made Hoop event. It's a Made Hoops event. So I believe it's pretty much a lot of Nike teams that are participating across the country. I know we've been they've already restarted about our schedule, so we're definitely gonna have a game against the Las Vegas Prospects. I think the Las Vegas Elite and New York Lightning as well, and I think we're playing Arkansas Wood. So it's just what you when you sign up to coach circuit teams and guys play on circuit teams, like you sign up to play the best and play competition. So that's exactly what it is with
Coach,
that.
I got something for you, Coach. In this pandemic, Coach, what are you doing? Are you nervous about being around, Coach? Because I'm still ain't going to no gyms yet, Coach, and I'm just
Yeah.
sitting there, just got my. I mean, I just pray for all of y'all. I pray for everybody at every tournament, and now I'm gonna call your team by name since I done wrote all their names down. But what are you doing, Coach? To even on the road, you going to strange hotels that you haven't been to? I mean,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Are you taking disinfectant and spraying the room down? I mean, tell me
Oh yeah,
what you're
yeah,
doing to
no
help
doubt,
the
man,
ladies out.
no doubt. So
Okay.
I got Lysol in my backpack. I got a can of Lysol in my backpack.
Okay.
Hand sanitizer.
Okay.
But I mean, with that being said, I try to make sure I stay up on my vitamins.
Right.
But with the kids, make sure that they always, they're wearing their masks.
Right.
That they're definitely washing their hands.
Yes.
We got to make sure they do that because kids are very disgusting.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we want to make sure we doing that and just keep our mask on, man, and just pray. We try to make sure we stay together. We try to, we sitting in the stand. We try to make sure we're staying together and things like that. But for the most part, man, we get into the gym and we trying to take care of our business,
Right.
and then we getting out of there.
Gotcha. What else you got, Jim?
Yeah, of course, I want to give a shout out. Of course, once again, just tune in. We have Damian King. He's the coach, the volunteer coach of the Houston Hoops 15U team, which won first place this past weekend up in Dallas at Duncanville High School. I think that's where the home base of that event was held, and as well as the field house. They defeated JL3 in the championship. I also want to take the time out to give a shout out to, speaking of JL3, we saw one of the Coach Amont. I'm sorry, Coach Amont. Thinking about the Langham Creek coach is on in the boom boom room, and he is one of the coaches of that JL3 team. That's their second 17 and under team. Mm-hmm. They won their particular bracket up at that tournament as well. Mm-hmm. So that particular team won the $1,000 at the Spring Icebreaker.
Oh. Okay.
And they have, and when I understand, they haven't lost a game. I mean, for a second, understand, I love this right now. When you have a second team that can actually roll out there, and of course they're not playing against the top teams of the other, but they're beating their peers. Haven't lost a game this season.
Okay.
That's good. Give a shout to them. I mean, really, and also give a shout out to Drew Parker. Drew Parker, his son, Team Imperial, also went up to Dallas in that same tournament. They won their particular bracket of the tournament. Team Imperial, Drew Parker, his son, Andrew Parker from LaPorte High School, class of 2009, 2010, one of those years. He's coaches and runs and funds that team.
So it was just one event in Dallas this weekend? Was it just one event the guy saw and that was it?
I'm not sure. Coach King, in Dallas?
Was it another event?
No, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. You
don't
know? No, hell no. I mean, I know. Okay. It was only one event. It was definitely only. I think the gas was the only thing going on up there. I mean, and it kind of should have been. That's where the best teams were. All of the top Dallas teams. Showtime was there, and the Southern Assault, and the Drive Nations were all there. All the evaluators and the program directors from those teams were there as well. So I kind of hey man. It was only one event.
Okay. Y'all got to help me out, man. I'm trying to figure this stuff out.
You trying to figure it out? You trying to figure out why nobody gave a event head to head with the Gasso? That's what you're trying to figure out up in Dallas, huh? You trying to figure out?
I'm agitating. I'm that little agitator in the middle. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Guess what? Also, we'll go to the boom boom room. You guys have questions for Coach King, and feel free to toss them out there now. We'll go to the first one, and this is from Clarence. He asked, how do you, if a parent bring their kid or recommend or solicits them to come and play for your team, and you see them and you feel that they're not good enough, how do you relate it? How do you give that, evaluate that, relate that, I guess, assessment to that parent?
I'm gonna be honest with you. So, we talked about basketball. So one thing I got from Rossi Karen is that you kind of let the basketball speak for itself, right? So if your kid is coming and he wants to participate and you feel like he can play on our team, he has to play against our guys. And so what Christian Beck, who also he coaches the team with me, and I don't want to leave him out. What Christian Beck did was go out and he had guys who have been playing with him for years. And so he also went out and got a few guys who he felt like would definitely benefit the team, and they have. So if your son feels like he wants to play on that team, or if he's good enough, he's gonna have to prove it at one of our practices. He's gonna have to prove it at one of our workouts that we would have. But before we started playing, and if he's good enough, I mean, shoot, we gonna figure out how we gonna make it work. But one thing I won't do, and one thing I don't like doing, is if we've had guys who have been rocking with us, and it's hard to play for me because I'm a little intense over there. So it's not easy who have been going through the grind with us and dealing with me yelling at them and things like that. I'm not going to push one of those kids to the side just for something new, especially we've been rocking. Like we haven't lost the game, man. Like we're 13-0 right now, so I don't feel like there's there's a need to try to do anything different as of right now.
And of course, Coach Wesley Yates, that the father.
Hey man, tell that dude to go on, man.
You sipping this early? You sipping early, Coach?
No, sir. This some hot tea, man. I kind of lost my voice a little bit trying to beat JL3, man. So no, I'm definitely not sipping. This is definitely some tea.
What team in the state of Texas would you say right now would be your nemesis? Is it JL3?
I mean, it's a city thing, man. It just be honest. I mean, we played JL3. I mean, we're all after the same guys. For the most part, we all want the best kids in the city. I think them dudes was good. I got to give them props. Them dudes was good. They have a high school varsity coach with Coach B that was over at they used to be at St. John. He got them guys rolling. So that's definitely a rivalry. I would think it would be played and presented as a rivalry, but really, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's my first year. I just want to play. I want to play whoever wants to play us, and we really want to play the best teams.
Somebody said, "What about you playing against Gerald Green in high school and AJ? What happened?"
Man. Next question, man. Next question, man. Yo, hey, just know, I know you was talking about that Pearland Classic earlier, and that used to be like that's the event you wanted to play in. And so we did play Gerald Green there, but Rick Nelson set us up for failure. How Rick wanted to do, that was his team, so he set us up. I played with the Houston Knights. And Gerald Green was definitely Gerald Green.
And got your head tore off. Okay, it's all good. But
yeah.
But no, hold up. Somebody said something. Your coach, you said you're hard to play for. Coach, you intense. Why you hard to play for?
I think because I approach the basketball a different way than majority summer basketball coaches, and I'm not, this isn't a knock to anybody else, but if it's something that I'm a part of, I kind of want it to be the game to be played the right way, so I'm not really into just freestyling out there and just letting kids just do whatever. I'm not into big dudes not rebounding the basketball. I'm not into that. I'm not into not guarding the basketball. And I think that's a test. Like I've come up under some really good coaches, man. So those are just things that I've picked up from older guys who I've coached under or been around.
So what you teach? Seem like what you're saying to me then. That's really, to me, and the way I grew up, that's normal. The way you coach it, right? So you saying we're out of the norm now? Cause
wait, you said that's normal?
Yeah, from how I grew up,
yeah,
all coaches were hard to play for. Cause you're teaching. Teaching is hard. right?
So, yeah, but I think, but I also feel like it's in. I hate to use this word because Fob used this word. I don't know y'all know Fob and he a troll, and he used this word so much.
He's a troll.
It's all about accountability.
Talk about my homeboy, man.
It's all about accountability, and I think people confuse accountability with being mean. I think people confuse holding kids accountable with you hating on them and different things like that. So I'm not with any of that. I don't get on one kid more than I get on another. But I think that's how it should be, because at the end of the day, when my dudes do good, I'm chest bumping them. Right. I'm high-fiving them, and when they do bad, I'm on their head.
You on their ass. You're right. But no, but
my
that's
mama
good.
watching. My mama watching.
Okay. Mama, he said,
that's why you said it was tea in that cup. That's what
no, it's definitely tea, man.
Jimmy, what you got?
Now, of course, the other teams, the 16 and under team from the Houston Hoops, that's the team that a lot of the attention had been focused on for the past couple of years. And that team, the core of it has pretty much stayed together and remained together. And they too rolled through the championship this past weekend at the same event. The Houston Hoops 17s did not participate in the event. What's the reason why the Hoops 17 didn't play if all of the other teams did?
Hey, listen, I control the Hoops 15. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the reason for it. Would we all have liked to see him there? Yeah, but I don't know. I have nothing to do with that, man. I just get my guys to where they need to be. We try to get it done. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair enough. Now, have you ever scrimmaged that 16 and under team?
No, so we don't all practice at the same facility.
Right.
So the high school that I work at, St. Thomas Episcopal, that's where we hold our practices as much as we can. So that then they have a different practice spot because they have some kids from other places. All of our guys are from Houston, so we don't have out of town kids on our team outside of Silsbee. But those guys still find a way to show up in practice.
So how many people on that team, Coach?
We have 9 guys. So Draylon Miller has been out. He might be back this weekend, which would be really good. That definitely add some more. That kid can play, man. So that'll definitely add some more to our group. But so with Draylon, we have 9 guys total.
So you don't want 10? You would never want 10? If you got room for one more, if you had room for one more guy, what does he have to be? What does he have to do?
Killer. He has to be a killer.
Okay.
He gotta be a dog.
Certified
killer. Definitely. He has to be that in order to come along, and he got to be somebody to help. I'm not into having guys just to tag along and just be on and just get some shirts and shoes and stuff. You gotta help us, man. You gotta help us.
I like that, Coach.
And
I got to go. You know what? Were y'all on Baller TV this weekend? I got to go back and watch. Is it a way I can go back and see y'all? Because I want to see y'all play now.
I'm pretty sure you can. You can look us up. The Hoops 15U EY, the Hoops 15U EYBL.
Okay, I'm gonna check.
We definitely, man, want to get on it once again. Appreciate it, man. Of course, Coach Damon King is
no problem.
Hey, one thing about it, you prove what we did was we proved it and we tell many other people. Closed mouth can't.
You said we did what?
The
audience was loud. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, we proved today that the closed mouth can't get fed. And you, after you won, you reached out, I think, to Doug Jones and say, "Hey, man, can we get on the chop shop? We won first place."
So this is the reason. But no, look, Higgs, let me tell you how this happened. I got to give Doug his love, and I got to give him a shout out. Okay. I hit Doug up because I've been saying that my guys haven't lost a basketball game, right? And so there's this, there's different narratives about why we're doing this. And so my thing was, if it's about winning, why haven't my guys gotten a shout out? Not me, but my guys. Why hasn't my team gotten the love that other teams have gotten who have been losing games? If we're playing this thing to win games and get exposure, then why haven't my guys did it? But what I didn't see because I was headed back to Houston. I was on the phone and different things. Doug did send out a tweet, and he did give us a shout out. So I called him to charge him up, but then it turned into an apology. So I definitely had to I definitely had to say that on here, so it'll be known. So yeah, originally my phone call was to Doug about that, and then he was like, "Man, you just get on Top Shop then." And I was like, "All right, cool, I can get on there."
Guess what? You're in good company, right? I'm gonna show you why you're in good company. Coach Tang came on the show on Thursday and said after they won the championship in the dressing room, he told AB, "Man, I can't wait to come on the Chop Shop on Monday." After the championship, they're talking about it, and so I mean, you're in good company.
Chad Ware's been on the Chop Shop, man. So if Chad Ware can get on the Chop Shop, I'm like, yo, why I can't get on the Chop Shop, man?
Absolutely. Hey, Doug Jones, great job, young fella. Great job.
And definitely appreciate that, man. Thanks a bunch.
Hey, what's Walter Yates talking about? I know, Jimmy, you were saying so Walter Yates said. I thought you were talking about Wesley Yates. That's who I thought you were talking about, but I see it's Walter Yates.
Earlier I did. Earlier that was Wesley Yates. Now you see.
Okay. I thought you said I see his car. He said something. So.
Well, Walter Yates isn't really.
He don't count
from the grassroots basketball.
Yeah.
So
that's okay.
That's all right.
So
that's all right.
He'll
get over it. He'll get over it.
It's all good. He'll be all right.
Yeah, so that's the ticket, man. Want to appreciate it, man. We go to a quick break. We come right back, guys. We wrap up, talk a couple other topics. We'll I guess chime in on.
Yeah. We got
and
a couple
also
more.
We'll address some of the topics that the Boom Room is circulating right now.
Appreciate
you guys, hang right there. We got some stuff we might show you, and how they're gonna queue up some stuff for you. You guys just watch this right here.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
Meanwhile, share the show. If you haven't done so. This is a Chop Shop, your midday sports happy hour.
The Cox Pradia Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
You can be motivated by doubt, or you can be motivated by fear. Fear motivated me more than doubt, because, Skip, I was fearful that I was not going to be able to provide for the people that ultimately that I was going to be responsible for. That drove me, not the doubt, because if I fulfilled the obligation that my brother and I had set at a very young age, the doubters would be proved wrong. See, I don't need to prove them wrong. I just need to prove me right, and in the process of proving myself right, you'll be wrong. So for me, that's the way I approached it, Skip. I tell people this all the time. I hated losing more than I enjoyed winning. Skip, I won 3 Super Bowls. But it don't bring me the joy that the pain that loss to Jacksonville gives me. You see what you see, Skip? So the fear of losing, the fear of something being taken away is what drove me. You can be more.
I got a question, Jimmy. Welcome back, y'all. Who is the young kid from JL3 the white kid took it the length of the court and dunked on somebody. Doug, y'all ain't told me nothing about him. The man got the rebound and took it the length and bumped a white kid. Who is that kid? Somebody got to get me. That's my homeboy now. Who is it? Who is that, Jimmy?
He say, that's your homeboy now?
That's my homeboy now, man. Hawkins Pollock. So, let me write Hawkins' name right now. Hold on.
Hey man, that kid there, Hawkins, he was rugged all weekend.
That's my dude.
And he really, you know, one thing, those are the type of platform. Think about the exposure. That means in that building, you mentioned earlier, you had Jeffrey Day, you had Doug Jones, you had myself, you had a couple other guys that make that was in there that does hot mixtapes and whatnot. Well, that means it was an intimate setting, that platform for exposure. That means not just one person. See, here's the thing. 3 different sets of eyeballs from RCS Sports was in the building at the same time evaluating various games. That's bang for your buck. That's kind of like Coach King just said, Al. That's what you're seeking, exposure. And when you can get it, and especially when you can get it under the same roof, and also you can get it and sleep in your own bed. That is an economically favorable decision for a team to have played in the Kingwood Live. Now, our next event is coming up in 2 weeks.
Okay.
That's
so you're taking a week off. You're taking a week off.
Well, yeah, take a week off because Greg Nelson is doing his Pearland Classic this weekend. And that's what I think Herb just mentioned. Herb just picked up a kid from Team Fox. That's one of the top kids in the city. That's a freshman, and he's supposed to be playing with Team Swift over in the Pearland Classic. And of course, JRB, we will host our second of 4 events this summer
in 2 weeks
on April the 23rd.
Okay, and
that will be the Greater Houston Live. Greater Houston Live. You guys can go to Above All Sports and you can reserve your slot. We picked up a few teams this morning, and it's gonna be better than the Greater Houston, than the Kingwood Live. And that's the whole. And then the next one, of course, a couple of weeks next month, Doug Jones is hosting the Doug Dozen.
When?
And the Doug Dozen, that's gonna be in May. And
I'm gonna come to Doug event, man. I'm gonna come to Doug event. Yeah, I'm coming to Doug event. Doug, I'm gonna be outside though, Doug. Doug, I'm gonna come in for 30 minutes and come right on back out of that, Doug. But I'm gonna come to Doug event. What Doug event's gonna be? Where it's gonna be? What's the venue?
At the gym. At the gym.
And Jimmy,
and that's the thing. So
Jimmy, it's Doro's birthday today. I didn't know it. Happy birthday, Dory. I didn't know it.
Happy birthday, Dodo.
Happy birthday, sweetie pie.
Yeah, we got to reach out to Dodo, man.
I got to reach out to her.
Appreciate that, Trey Phillips, for shouting it out for tossing that alley with Dodo. We reach out to it after the show today, and also we were talking about Doug Jones. That's going to be May. I want to say the 21st through the 23rd. That sounds about right. So that weekend, and the weekend before that would be the JRB's 3rd event, and that would be the Summer Showcase Elite 36. So remember, the Elite 36 came last year. We did it during the pandemic over at Legacy, and it was a great event. Rick Nelson, that event was produced back a few years ago when he had a deal when he was under the Adidas umbrella, and they did it to kind of offset the EYBL when it was being held at the MI3 Center. And so that Elite 36 we re-energized it last year, and it's back.
I want to give a shout out to somebody, Jim. I want to get a shout out to him. I want to give a shout out to Clyde Jackson too, man, because I'm watching his teams. I'm watching these teams. I mean, to put together those type of teams that's doing those type of things in this climate and under the pandemic in this climate. Shout out to Clyde, man, doing a great job. I know Coach King is the coach, and I think I think Woods is the coach of the other team. But shout out to you too, Clyde, man. Thank you for what you do for these kids and for the city. You know, just in case nobody else didn't, I wanted to make sure to shout out to you. But Jimmy, I was funny, Jimmy. Your homeboy struck again. He ain't struck in a while. Mr. Lion-Ass Scout. Should I save him for tomorrow so we can have enough time?
No, come on with it.
Jimmy, he was so funny, Jimmy. Lion-Ass Scout, man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me give y'all some. Jimmy, y'all ain't keeping me all day now. You see how sunny it is outside. Don't you go in here and try to keep me all day now. But Lion-Ass Scout, he started out. That's the name of his. That's the name. I don't know. That's the name of his Twitter handle. That's the guy who started all the mess last year, right? He said, I have really been quiet, just kind of sitting back and watching this spring and summer unfold. I have some positives and I have a bunch of negatives to speak of. And I believe so many of you out there are in this for the wrong reasons. Hold on, Wesley Yates, y'all check him out. I still believe, hold on, get what he said. Hold up this mother, hold on. He said, I still believe Dallas. And then he added TV5 reports, and pretty much, I guess he's friends with TV5 reports, and pretty much the whole Metroplex does things at a higher level once I compared it to what I've seen so far in Houston this season. Then he mentioned the Gasso people, and it has put on a great event in Dallas this weekend. Then he went on. Now, here we go. Houston Hoops 17, Tim Schumacher. You are the premier Nike basketball in Houston, but you didn't play in this on your state. Why? One of your players had to run with Rashard RL9 to get in some high-level competition. Fear of no control of who you play? Question mark. Then he said, props to JL3 for playing the Gasso this weekend. But with a 7-footer, a kid whose dad shut down a very well-organized organization, talking about Lupe, a 5A state title, I guess, whatever he said. I don't know what this dude be saying. Then he said, while this the Lion-Ass Scout, Paul McMahon. Look up Lion-Ass Scout. Lion-Ass Scout. Hold up. Then he said, wow, I'm going to take your money for Gucci's and put it on your face. Oh, he getting a little petty right now. I don't want to go there. I mean, I'll tell y'all some more tomorrow. Yeah, y'all go look up Lion-Ass Scout on Twitter. And he started a little mess last year. But I don't know, man. I don't know where his allegiance lies. I don't know why I don't know what's wrong. He sounded like somebody scoring. But it was unique. Y'all go check it out. It's fun reading. But Jimmy, let's end this. What you got to send us out? I'll give y'all some more Lion Scout tomorrow. Huh?
Yeah, and of course, in that we mentioned about the Houston Hoops 17s.
Yeah.
The JL3 17s played in that Dallas event this past weekend as well. And Bryce Griggs made his debut with the JL3 team.
Okay.
And they, I think, won one of their 3 games that they played in.
See, I didn't even hear nothing about it.
And they lost to one of the teams. I can't think of the name of it, but the first team they lost to had 2 of the players from the Houston Hoops actually playing with a team out of Dallas. One of them was Lil Austin. I remember days when we used to watch Lil Austin, and it took him a while to grow on you. Austin been needing.
The little kid that got better.
And he grew on. It took a while for him to grow on you because at first sight, you look and you see he was smaller. He's still small, but it's like, man, you know, come on, man. This little kid's no way, but he just kept being consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a chance as he's on to become one of the best sub 6 foot white guards to ever come through this city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just depending on how you understand. Still has a ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because a lot of times, you know, people just wait and wait and wait. He's been winning.
Mm-hmm.
He's been playing hard.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, you're going to get that out of him.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I say all the time when you think about guards, especially sub 6 foot guards.
Yes.
What can that person do? Put it like this. You have to do something extremely well. Have a signature attribute about you if you're that small. When you're talking about on the average, because in order to have an opportunity, a fair opportunity to advance at the highest level of collegiate basketball or whatever, just advance in college at the Division I level. And I didn't say the highest level, period, at the Division I level. And this young man, and what he's done, he was on that team and he helped just dismantle the JL3 17U, from what I understand.
Who's on the JL3 teams other than Bryce?
Terrence Arsenault is on that team. Sam Bradford from Goose Creek Memorial is on that team. You have Big Vince, who's ranked in the top 25, top 30 in the country nationally, is on that team. Austin Nunez is on that team.
They got a 7-footer on the team?
Yeah, Big Vince.
Oh, he's 7 foot?
Yeah, he's 6. I mean, you know, you round it off, you know, depending on what type of shoes you have on.
I mean, I don't know the kid. Yeah.
You know, but yeah. So that program, that team, they did not meet expectations by no means. However, good thing about it, it's still early. The thing is,
that little cat been getting it in, Jim. This Austin kid, didn't his team win and go to the state championship, the private school team? Or they didn't make, I mean, he always pushed his team as far as they can go. I've been watching him now. I thought he was just a little bitty, little pest early in his career. Now he done turned he got some I ain't say Chris Paul, but he got a little attitude that I'm short and I'm white and I'm here.
And it's you know what? And it's cool. It's easy to embrace. I mean, and that's what the thing about it. I remember we at RCS Sports, we took a lot of heat from people when having him ranked in the top 10.
Oh, okay. I'm saying I didn't know
a year ago, 2 years ago. And he's been consistent since then. Since we started ranking, at the beginning of the 10th grade season. And guess what? He has that swagger to him. He embraced the competition on the floor. And that's when sometimes it's just fun watching him. Okay. Do we think he's going to be a McDonald's All-American?
No.
Come on. He doesn't have to be that. What he is, he's putting his fingerprints. Years from now, people will remember that little white kid that played at the Woodlands Christian. Think about what I'm saying.
Right.
A decade from now, you will remember that. And you know, so shout out to
pronounce
Austin.
His name, Austin. What? Pronounce that last name.
Benigni.
Yeah, it looks kind of funny because I could never pronounce Benigni. Okay. Austin, shout out to you, young fella. Hey, when you get the ball, you get the call. When you ball, you get the call.
So what you're saying is they're obviously overrated. There, I'm assuming you mean the JL3. Let me tell you something. There's no way in the world that I'm going to let one weekend of a team
mess me up,
not meeting expectations,
try
to deflate what you all just saw with your own eyes from Terrence Arsenault at the state tournament last month. To hell with that. That ain't gonna happen.
No.
Understand that. So don't try to sit there, not this soon, not 1 month later. Understand? No, it just wasn't his weekend. Now, a couple other weekends, because remember, the same Terrence Arsenault had been getting it in.
Yeah, that's all right. They'll be all right. They'll be all right. I ain't even check the team
this
out.
JL3 team,
They'll be all right.
guess what? They have things they need to work through.
Yeah.
Guess what? Richard Law, he's the coach,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a whole different threshold of him coaching the 17U at this level. He's coached those kids all the way. Some of those and been coaching
Yeah, but it's
programs all the way.
Yeah.
But when you get to this, everybody, it's just time will tell. We all know very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me.
Yeah.
If this keeps up, hell, many of them might not even want to play with each other, or you might not even want to. They're gonna trust me.
Great
it
point.
happens. That's why I wanted as we land the plane, the one team from Houston that stands the most to gain on the 17U from this past weekend, the one, and they are in dire need. Lord knows they needed some help as well, and that would be the Houston Defenders. You know why? They opted to not go to that tournament in Dallas. Maybe for not the reason, but just by default, the stars aligned. They went and supported a fellow Under Armour mate program who hosted an event in Baton Rouge, right? So they went to support them, and that's how sneaker companies, sometimes you go in to support your brother, they'll come and support you or whatnot. Well, by them not going, what we saw from the Houston Defenders had at the Spring Icebreaker, they wouldn't have been expected to win, place a show in DFW on the state. They went and took a field trip to Baton Rouge. Kids got a chance to go and see LSU's campus. Kids got a chance to go see Southern University's campus if they, had the opportunity to. Kids got a chance to just go a different and just sniff a different atmosphere. They won the tournament, Adam. So you know what happens when winning? Winning is it helps the heart. Now, guess what? Teams that lose from weekend to weekend, just like they have a transfer portal in the college basketball, they got a transfer portal damn near an unofficial portal in grassroots basketball. That means Defenders are expected to pick up Sean Jones from Shadow Creek High School.
What
Sean
Jones play on now?
He played for JL3.
What was he at this weekend?
He did not make the trip, so it was already a sifting apart from Sean Jones.
They ain't played a game yet. That was the first weekend they played, right? He left before. Hey man, let's go. I'm going. Y'all ain't gonna exhaust me today. I had a good day. I had a good day.
He's expected to join. And Austin Benigni, in case I didn't tell you, he played for one weekend with Southern Assault, who won the tournament up there, right?
Uh-huh.
He left Southern Assault. He plays with the Houston Hoops, EYBL 17U now.
Who?
Austin Benigni.
Well,
the Houston Hoops didn't play. So I'm just giving you guys a scoop. So that means him and, of course, one of the big fellas that's based in Dallas, they also on that Houston Hoops team. So, and guess what? This is just the beginning. It's going to be a lot of moving chairs. We'll give you guys some more news. Meanwhile, make sure, he said Jones left the Hoops. Stacy, no, Sean Jones was with the JL3.
Yeah.
Not the Houston Hoops.
Yeah. Yeah.
And technically this was their first as a 17U. Because they played. Yeah. I saw them play in San Antonio a couple of weeks ago, but that was kind of like Big Vince didn't play. That was, that was no Bryce Griggs at the time, had made a decision. But Herb Baker say 4 freshmen contacted me today. And this is what happened. Guess what? Embrace yourselves.
Jimmy, I thought they usually do that in your tournament. They usually do that after the icebreaker. So they wait a little longer now, you saying?
Hey, man. Every weekend there's going to be moving parts somewhere. Every weekend. So once again, guys, it's that time. It was a great Monday. Many of you guys are the first timers. Make sure you come back and join us tomorrow.
Yes.
We got
who we got tomorrow?
Who's our guest tomorrow? We got somebody I think on the docket.
You ain't gonna never tell me until the last. I'll know tonight.
But meanwhile, you guys can go over to rcssports.com and make sure you check out the recaps from the Kingwood Live. One of the things that I loved about the event is that we had these on the wall.
I saw
after
that.
every game.
I saw that.
And so you think about events, and that's the whole thing. This is not a way, just because I promote an event, what this is, I'm trying to hold it up there so you guys can see it.
Thanks, Mr. Jones. John Jones said they didn't leave. He didn't leave. They left him. Thank you, Mr. Jones. I'm glad you said. Now that's his dad.
I said it was a whiff. It was a wedge apart, a drifting apart.
Yeah,
that's what the words I use.
Yeah,
so
I didn't mean to go there,
apart.
Jimmy. I'm sorry. I thank you for that. So you saying when a parent got in there, they can see who lead the team and what people did. That's great information, man.
That's the whole thing. When you when you pay your money as a consumer or as a patron, what are you getting when you attend that event? Or it's only so much love and support you're going to give to a certain person or a certain event. What are you getting from that event? Certain teams, they're going to play against certain competition. Some teams are going where it's most organized. Some teams are going where they can play and make sure they play in good courts. They're not going to play in courts and gymnasiums where your 17 and under can play in. And guess what? You get mad when I bring it up, but guess what? For years, how do they call me the gatekeeper of the city? And the gatekeeper, then people say, man, why you not going to speak on this? Why you not going to speak on that? And I would speak on stuff. Yeah. But then now, lately, I speak on stuff. Then all of a sudden, everybody gets sensitive. Like, man, why you beating up on? So now Shaquille O'Neal causing a foul. You want to call a tech on me on a regular personal foul?
I ain't never looked.
But then a person can go and do what they want to do to me, and it's like, oh man, it's just good fun. Y'all stop that. Stop. No. We produce. I'm showing you why you should have come to a JRB event. This is one of the reasons. You got Doug Jones, you got Jeffrey Day in the building. Guess what? If that's important to you, getting evaluated by them over and over, not just one time, in an opportunity in an intimate setting. If that's important to you, you know what you have to do. You have to make a business decision.
So
some of you guys that played in those events, you played in there, and I understand there was a lot of you guys. How you mentioned earlier about he ain't begging? Yeah, it was a bunch of begging for free, and teams that got let in for free, a bunch. Now they would deny it, but yeah, I believe the people. So that means for those who got in free, some of you guys got exactly what you paid for.
Man, let's get out of here, man. I got something else. See, now I got to go and process this so I can have my monologue for tomorrow before you cut. Hey, you know how you can stop me?
Guess what? Guess what else we had? Guess what else we had? We had full-fledged rosters at the look at this. Look at this. Every single team. Let me go this way. Every single team had a roster with the correct jersey number. I'm talking about every team. I can just flip through the page. You guys can see it. Every team that played had rosters. Understand, when is the last time that you've been to a tournament, a non-sneaker affiliated tournament, where every roster was accessible? And guess what? You can also look at them on the app. This is a quality. I mean, know what happened? Shout out to Jeffrey Day and Anthony Willis. Lastly, Jeffrey Day for providing the highlight clip for us earlier from this weekend, and also Anthony Willis. They did the play-by-play and the color commentary of the championship game. Which I said we're gonna talk about it a lot tomorrow. From the Kingwood Live, they commentated it. They broadcast.
Okay,
you got that. And guess what I found out? Jeffrey Day told me that there was approximately 12 college coaches, different colleges. I'm sorry, that watched that championship game alone.
And who played in the game? Who played in the game?
Drive Nation Black. And in Alpha Sports Dream Team, Oren Bailey's.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get out of here because I want to talk about some of that tomorrow.
You guys, great job, and you guys, great job. Thanks a bunch for tuning in to the Chop Shop. We'll cover a lot of more topics on tomorrow. Make sure you save this website. If you're on the Facebook, make sure you follow us like us so that you get alert when we come on tomorrow. 12 to 2 Central Time, Monday through Thursday is the Chop Shop. If you're in the YouTube feed.
Jim, I forgot. Shout out to Hideki Matsuyama. He won the Masters over the weekend. The first time a Japanese a male have ever won well, women can't get in the Masters. First time a Japanese person has ever won. Jimmy, he is like king of the country of Japan right now, Jimmy. Unbelievable. I'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. Now you can end it. I didn't want to go without talking about Hideki.
Yeah. And so anyway, guys, thanks so much once again. We'll see you guys. It's time to fly down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Monday. Hey, man, a lot of grassroots talk. We'll talk about some more tomorrow as well as. So we got some NCAA movements around. Got a couple of college coaching gigs that may be filled up this week. We'll tell you the scoop on some of those gigs and who could possibly get them as well. An old familiar face might be going to another place. We'll share that and a lot more. But on behalf of Robert Haller, this is Jim Hicks, and we up out of here for the day. Peace. Chop shop.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop.